what I was thinking about, um, first off, just a Native American play. I thought,
Here,
um,
sweet man.
okay, that's good. What I thought was, I just remembered that Dvorak, when he wrote the New World Symphony, he was inspired by Native American composers at Harvard. And so when we were presenting this piece, I thought, what would inspire somebody? Would it be something that's complex? Or would it be something that's simple and grows, kind of like life? And so that's what I wanted. I start with a triad, and then the music comes in, and it's a lot like what we were, what a one person, the power of a one person show represents, and that's one person, then an audience, and then the talk about the show afterward. So that's where I was when I composed that piece. I was thinking, how can I not be Dvorak, but if Dvorak was in the room, how could I inspire him to create art? Because I think that's what this piece is about. It's about the belief in oneself to have an impact on someone else, and I wanted to have the opening piece, be a simple statement of being, and to have David Lanz's pad underneath it, coming in, having it be one person making a statement, and then when Julie comes in, it's a reflection. In those first three notes, I wanted it to be a reflection of the whole play. So, kind of like saying, this is what's going to happen, and then the story's about how it's going to happen, and this is what's happening. I've always known music to be glorious. I've always known that. Some of my earliest memories were watching Leonard Bernstein on public television, with rabbit ears and a black and white TV, and I knew music was glorious. What I was hoping for was, would the music be a reflection of this life story that we're about to hear? Would it fulfill it? So I wasn't surprised, I was fulfilled. I knew that this was a worthy effort. I knew that the results were what we were looking for. And I also had complete confidence and belief in the skill of everyone involved. So much so, I was like, are you sure you really want to add me into this? I might be just the takeaway, or a distraction to it. But then again, I believed in them. So when they said, no, we want you to be in this. And then in that comfort, I was able to present a reflection of the whole story in the simple. It's not really simple. It's difficult.
You simplify it.
Yeah.
You almost reduce it
Yeah.
to, yes, it was successful.
Yeah.
But that in itself is a huge achievement.
Yeah, to someone who isn't, but then again, there are moments in an artist's life where you realize that your whole life was for this moment. This is one of those moments. Everything I've been through as a solo violinist, as someone who's creating new music, and everything I've went through, the street performing, the dismissiveness of a Native American violinist. All of that became worthwhile in this production. That's what love is about. And I believe in love. I believe in my love for Julie. I believe in my love for her as a human being, and everything that she's done for the sake of the youth and for the future, for her kids' sake and for their kids' sake. She knows that there's a power in her being that gave me comfort to know that I could be a part of it. It was, I've been a violent man. with my words and my actions. And to do the work to the point where in my emotional development late in life, that eventually someone of her stature would recognize me as an artist worthy of being a part of this. That's more grand, Dios, to me than the music. So it's like I expected this. I expected this to be a full reflection of that love. When the pain of your life becomes worthwhile, that's when you're in the presence of love. And I experienced that being a part of this production. Well, almost every definition of violence involves reference to physical harm. But words from a man to anyone can cause physical harm in the emotional response. So sometimes the intention can be violent without the atoms of my fist going through your chin. I can hurt you with my words.
So it's wonderful that you can put your power behind Julie's.
Exactly. To have my music be a reflection of the words that I don't even know how to say. I don't even know how to be the power of a woman. There's no way I can be that life-giving. But my music can be an imitation of that possibility, of that love. And in that way, I'm not a creator of art in a sense. I'm a reflector of it. And if people perceive that to be art in that sense, then art can drive me to be more creative than I'm kind of, I know I'm talking circles in that, but
You touched on it on the stage.
yeah. If art, the art and the honor of one person can inspire me to be more of who I really am, come to my true self, and to create a piece that's a reflection of this whole life experience, when I know that someone recognizing and acknowledging me as a young man, as someone who's at least putting forth the effort to become a better man, which is what I think Julie saw in me, is that I was doing the work. And in that recognition and in that acknowledgement, I was honored. And I don't know if I can ever be that for someone else. I can imagine it, and I can allow my music to be a reflection of that hope and that possibility. So that's what that's about. Sometimes perfection is in the context. And in the context of a person's life, being presented in an art form, it was perfect. There's a difference between skill and desire. And this was the presentation of pure desire, of pure passion for people to connect to the human experience.